Hello! Welcome to today's episode.
Let's review phrasal verbs.
Hey everyone, if you've ever stared at an endless alphabetical list of English vocabulary and felt, well, completely overwhelmed, you are definitely not alone. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to help you crush your B1 proficiency exams by turning abstract phrasal verb rules into a memorable visual story. Let's build a structure so this actually sticks in your brain. Here is our agenda for today. We'll cover 1. The phrasal verb blueprint, 2. Transitive versus intransitive, 3. Separable versus inseparable, 4. Fixing learner errors, 5. Daily themes in action, and 6. A practice test. Okay, section 1, the phrasal verb blueprint. What exactly are they? Before we follow our main character Tom through his day, let's establish the mechanics. A phrasal verb is just a standard verb, like give, plus one or two particles, which are usually prepositions or adverbs, like up. Together, they create a brand new idiomatic meaning. So give plus up becomes quit. You usually can't guess the meaning just by looking at the original pieces, because that tiny particle completely transforms the word. Let's see how this builds using a really simple formula. Step 1, we start with the base verb, take. Step 2, we add the particle, off. And step 3, we get our new meaning, to leave the ground, like a plane departing. It's a simple equation, but mastering it unlocks a massive amount of conversational English. Moving right along to section 2, transitive and intransitive rules. Does it need an object? Now let's start Tom's day and hit our first major grammar rule. This is a total game changer for speaking accurately. Intransitive verbs stand perfectly on their own, while transitive verbs demand a direct object. For example, Tom grew up in London. The verb grow up means to mature. It doesn't need an object. Tom just did it. But looks up to means to respect someone. If Tom just said, I really look up to, your immediate response would be, wait, who? Who do you look up to? It absolutely requires an object, like his father, to actually make sense. Section 3, separable and inseparable rules. Splitting the verb. As Tom gets to work, he has to take on a new project. This brings us to a mechanic that trips up a lot of learners, but it's incredibly logical once you visualize it. Some verbs let you place the object right in the middle, kind of like scissors cutting the words apart. So for a separable verb like take on, you have a choice. You can say Tom will take on the project, or you can split the verb and say he will take the project on. Both are perfectly fine. But with an inseparable verb like look up to, those words are locked. You can never say look your dad up to. They stay glued together as a single unit. Section 4. Fixing common learner errors. The pronoun trap. Think of this as your secret exam cheat code, because this is the absolute most frequent mistake B1 learners make with separable verbs. When you replace a noun with a pronoun, like it or them, that pronoun can never come at the end. It must separate the verb and the particle. Say Tom bought a shirt he hates and wants to return it. If he uses the noun, he can say take back the shirt. But if he uses the pronoun it, he cannot say take back it. That pronoun acts like a wedge. It has to go right in the middle. Take it back. Seriously, write that rule down. It's absolutely crucial. Section 5. Daily themes in action. Work, travel, and socializing. Let's zoom out and look at Tom's entire day by grouping his actions into themes. Grouping verbs contextually like this helps your brain build a web of practical associations, rather than just forcing you to memorize a dry list. For work, he sets up a meeting and turns in a report. When he travels, he checks in at the hotel before his plane takes off. And for socializing, he hangs out to catch up. Organizing your study notes exactly like this is going to drastically improve your recall during a high-pressure exam. To truly master these, you need to hear how they sound in casual speech. Listen to this text message Tom gets. Hey Tom, do you want to go out later and catch up? I feel like we haven't hung out in forever. Notice how his friend doesn't say, do you want to socialize later and exchange life updates? They use go out, catch up, and hung out. This is how native speakers actually talk. I'd love to get together, but my car broke down and I need to figure out how to pick up my suit from the cleaners. Notice how naturally these flow in everyday dialogue. Reading short conversations like this out loud is literally one of the best ways to get comfortable with the rhythm of these words, and that will score you major points on your speaking exams. Okay, Section 6, Proficiency Exam Practice Test. Put your knowledge to the test. We've covered the structure, the rules, and the context. Let's see what you've retained. Which sentence is grammatically correct for a separable phrasal verb? A, I don't like this shirt. I'm going to take back it. Or B, I don't like this shirt. I'm going to take it back. Think back to the pronoun trap we just talked about. Is the pronoun allowed to hang off the end, or does it need to wedge itself in the middle? Lock in your answer. If you chose B, excellent job. Remember, pronouns must go directly into the middle of a separable phrasal verb. If you miss this one, no worries. Just make a big star in your notes next to the pronoun trap. It's a tiny detail, but fixing it instantly elevates your spoken English. Let's try one more, focusing on context and meaning. Because of the heavy rain, they had to blank the outdoor meeting. Is it A, call off, B, turn down, or C, break down? What do you do to an event when the weather is terrible? Well, call off is the perfect fit here to mean cancel. Turn down means to reject, and break down means to stop functioning. You wouldn't reject or stop functioning a meeting, right? You'd cancel it. Context is everything. So, how will you use phrasal verbs in your own day-in-the-life story today? I challenge you to write down a short story about your day using at least 5 of these verbs. Will you take on a new challenge or catch up with a friend? Mapping these onto your actual life makes them permanent in your memory. Before you go, look around the room you're in right now. How many phrasal verbs can you use to describe what you see? Keep building those associations and you will absolutely crush your B1 exams.
Thank you for listening. Have a good one.